Hello and welcome back inside Palm Springs Stadium on the PSCL Baseball YouTube page. We've got more PSCL action here for you on June 19th. This time it's the Rush taking on the Bombers. The Rush will lead things off in the field. They're the home team for this one. Rush have had a pretty good start to the year so far, and they'll be taking on this Bombers lineup. I'm Zach Reynolds alongside Mr. Bray Faust. Bray, we've already had one great game in today. How about another?
Yeah, last game, good victory for the North Stars against the Coyotes, 5-1. Very, very engaging for sure. Last inning got to the Coyotes though, giving up 3 runs in that top of the 7th. But I'm ready for another excellent ball game here in Palm Springs, California, at Palm Springs Stadium, home of the Palm Springs Power. But today it's PSCL action as the Rush take on the Bombers, and we're going to see if the Rush can continue on their little hot streak that they got going on so far.
Yeah, absolutely. They've had some good pitching so far early on here, and we'll see if they've got the same here. The starting pitcher for the Rush is going to be Manaw on the mound, Isaac Manaw, wearing number 13, and he will be greeted by the leadoff hitter Oshiro for the Bombers. Their lineup is Oshiro, Macias, Ochoa, Fowler, Ferguson, Vo, Vendel, Wainfield, Jackson, and Garcia. Rounding it out, their starting pitcher is going to be Hayden, on the mound. But first it'll be Isaac Manaw taking on the Bombers lineup.
Yeah, another beautiful day here in Palm Springs, California. It looks like the temperature's gone up a little bit into the mid-90s now. Luckily, though, the misters are out. The players are ready to go. The umpires are ready to go. Our stats guy, Pat, down below is ready to go. Our analytics guy, we're the stats guy up here. And I think we're ready to go up here as well.
Absolutely. So it'll be Isaac Manaw taking on Oshiro to start things off. Caden Oshiro, a second baseman of George Fox University, leading off here. He's the extra hitter today. First pitch in there for a strike on the outside half from Manaw, and we're underway here with Game 2 of PSCL action here on June 19th, 2023.
Good placement on that first pitch, catching that outside corner beautifully on that fastball.
Next pitch to Oshiro. That one's outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch, low and inside, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike in favor of Caden Oshiro.
Yep, trying to get a feel for this pitcher, Manaw.
This one's hitting to play. That one's going to get over the head of the third baseman, Sora Ewart. Just stuck his bat out, maybe even sound like it cracked it a bit. That's going to be a base hit for Caden Oshiro to get things started for the Bombers. Up next is going to be the right fielder, Mason Macias, as he'll try to get a rally here to start off this game for the Bombers.
Yeah, Shearer just stuck his bat out on that one. Just let the bat do the work, let the ball carry over the shortstop and third baseman's head, and an easy doink single for the young man.
Manaw checks Oshiro at first a few times. Long look. Now he'll fire home to Macias. That one's left up high. 1 ball, no strikes.
No chance swinging at that one. That one's way too high for the young man at the plate to be swinging at that pitch.
Check on Oshiro. He's back in safely, diving into first base. Manaw paying a lot of attention to him, not wanting him to take his extra base on a steal.
Yeah, just wants to keep him close.
Next pitch from Manaw inside to Macias. It's 2 balls, no strikes now. Check on Oshiro again. He's back in safely. So we got a 2-0 count here on Mason Macias. The pitch for Mano, that one's way up high, above his head. 3 balls and no strikes. He's in the driver's seat trying to reach base just like his teammate Oshiro did to lead things off.
Yeah, these pitches haven't been super close for Macias, so I would just wait until he gets a pitch to him.
That one's up high as well for Mano to Macias, and he'll take his walk. The first 2 runners reach for the Bombers here. Still nobody out. Top of the first inning. That's going to bring up to the plate Nicholas Ochoa. He's got an opportunity to make something happen. Playing shortstop today. And batting third. First pitch in there for a strike. Manoff finds the zone that time.
Yeah, currently batting a .333 on the season so far in this PSCL league.
Out of Fullerton College. 0-1 pitch. Swing. This one's tapped but foul down the third base line.
Looks like you got him to chase on that one just a little bit. Probably Manoff probably needs to get that breaking ball a little bit more outside to chase a little bit more.
It's an 0-2 count on Ochoa here. The pitch, breaking ball floats up there but stays way up at Ochoa's eyes. That's 1 ball, 2 strikes. With 2 runners on, nobody out here, top of the first. Rush versus Bombers. Mano on the mound, Ochoa at the plate. Long look at second to Oshiro. Here comes the 1-2 offering. Ring him up. Hit the low and outside corner. Ochoa didn't like it, but he'll head to the bench for out number 1. A strikeout looking.
Definitely had him fooled there. Definitely was looking for an off-speed pitch of some sort, maybe something in the dirt for a 2-2 count, but nice decision to go with the fastball catching the outside corner, and that's going to be out number 1.
It's going to bring up Cole Fowler. Trying to bring home the 2 leadoff runners that got on for the Bombers. That one misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Oshiro led off the game with a bloop base hit to left field. And then Macias reached on a 4-pitch walk to the 2 base runners out there. Fowler at the plate trying to bring him around. Manoff trying to keep him there on the mound. That one's up high. So a 2-0 count on Cole Fowler, the cleanup hitter and left fielder today for the Bombers.
Still struggling a little bit on the mound. He's going to definitely take a step off to recollect his thoughts. Looks a little uncomfortable trying to figure out where the strike zone is so far and where he wants to place it.
Leaving a lot of stuff up high.
That's typically a situation where the pitcher's stretch leg is not stretching out far enough. He's leaving it way too far outside, way too short, and that will typically lead to higher pitches.
3-0 pitch in there for strike 1. Now the catcher for the Rush going to go out and have a chat with his pitcher. That's David Orozco. Going to try to calm him down, talk a little game plan here. Now he'll head back to his spot behind the dish. Big 3-1 pitch coming. If it's a ball, it'll load the bases. A hit might score a run. Man on the mound comes set. 3-1 offering. Outside. Fowler takes his base. The bases will be loaded with 1 down. And stepping up now, it's going to be Braden Ferguson, the catcher for the Bombers. Big opportunity for him here. Manoff going to want to try to get that ground ball for a double play and get out of this one. Set after getting his sign. First baseman drawn in on the corner. First pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 to Ferguson.
And it's a pretty hot day out here. He might be actually sweating that hat off, slipping it off. Maybe some sweat getting in his eyes as well. That might be a reason why he's leaving it up as well.
Next pitch to Ferguson. Swing and a miss. Chase that one outside.
Ground ball to get into a double play will work, but man on the mound, definitely take a strikeout here any day.
Bases loaded, 1 out. Top of the first inning, Manoh working against Braden Ferguson. 0-2 offering. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Got him looking, so a couple of strikeouts for the outs so far for Isaac Manoh. Trying to work out of this jam here in the top of the first.
Looked like Ferguson was looking for a fastball on that end, so Manoh definitely is mixing up his pitches very well, keeping these batters guessing.
It's going to bring up Kenny Vo, trying to bring home these runners on the pond. That one just misses a little low. 1 ball, no strikes.
Nice placement there to go on the outside corner on the fastball.
Manoh looks in for a sign. Long look. Now Vo's going to call time at the plate. Play a little mind game, step out, get his mind right. Big opportunity to drive in these runs. It'd be a wasted one if he couldn't. 1-0 pitch coming. Isaac Manoh to Kenny Vo. That one's outside. 2 balls, no strikes.
2 straight pitches, trying to go for the outside corner. Misses both ends. Let's see if he goes a little bit further in on the inside now. Maybe go with a little bit of a breaking ball pitch here. Has 2 fastballs back-to-back, no go in the strike zone.
2-0 pitch coming. Check swing. No go. Ball low. 3 balls and no strikes and nowhere to put him. Daniel Vendel in the on-deck circle if Kenny Vo can extend it to him. Three-0 pitch. That one's taken in there for a strike. 3-1 now. Oshiro off third. Macias at second. Fowler over at first base. 3-1 for Manoh. That one's in there. Full count, 3-2 on Vo.
Well, that pitch that's going to leave the runners now on the move with this full count with 2 outs in the top of the first. Manoh trying to get out of this inning.
Who will give in here? Payoff pitch up high. Vo takes his walk, and a runner will come in. It's 1-0 Bombers.
Yeah, just nowhere near the zone on that end. It was just way too high. Stride still a little too short on that end and just placed it way too far up.
Well, the bases are still loaded here as Daniel Vendel steps up. He'll call time in the box now. Stays in there though. Vendel at the dish with the bases loaded, trying to add on. 2 down though. Pitch from Manoh. In there, strike 1.
That's a comeback pitch by Manoh. Definitely want to just blow a heater down there just to get across the plate. Let him know I got this. I got control.
0-1 pitch. This one's chopped to the right side. First baseman has it. He'll flip to Manoh, and Manoh gets out of the bases loaded jam, but the Bombers do scratch one across. They lead 1-0. Rush with a chance to respond when we come back. Stay tuned on the PSCL Baseball YouTube channel.
Like your bacon.
Say it.
Steady. Ultimate cheeseburger. Go!
Your Bacon Ultimate Cheeseburger.
Hot.
Yes, we are.
We won't make it till you order it. Our best Bacon Ultimate Cheeseburger ever. Now at Jack in the Box.
Agua Caliente Casinos has added more of the hottest and newest slots. With more than 155,000 square feet of gaming, your next jackpot is just a slot pull away. No matter which of our 3 premier properties you visit, Agua Caliente Casino Rancho Mirage, Palm Springs, or Cathedral City, you'll always find more of the hottest and newest slots. Agua Caliente Casinos, the caliente place to play.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Zach Reynolds, Brave House, back here with you. Palm Springs Stadium for PSCL baseball action. Bombers scratched across 1 run. Could have had way more, but Manoff shut them down after being in a jam. It's 1-0 Bombers, and now it's their turn to pitch and the Rush's turn to hit. On the mound for the Bombers, it's going to be number 22, Whitfield Hayden, out of Hannibal LaGrange University. Pitcher for them, and he'll be greeted by the leadoff hitter for the Rush. That is Min Shin, Sung Min Shin. His teammates just call him Min. Playing right field today. He's out of South Korea. Long way from home, but he's playing some good ball through the first week. So he'll lead it off for the Rush as they try to answer back here as the Bombers scored 1 in their half of the first. First pitch, in there for a strike, a breaking ball. 0-1.
Good decision to go right there on the breaking ball to hit that outside corner. Nice placement there for strike 1.
0-1 pitch. This one swung on, popped up right side. Going back on it is the second baseman, and he's going to drop it, so Shin will reach on the air there. That was Vo, who looked like he kind of lost it in the sun and then got his glove on it but couldn't squeeze it.
Yeah, unfortunately that will be ruled as an error. Like we said in game 1, 2 hands before the contract is signed. Was a little tough play, though. I will give him that, but it will be ruled an error.
Going to bring up the shortstop, Blake Nelson. First pitch to him in the dirt for ball 1. Shin stays put at first. He'll step out here. Whitfield Hayden on the mound for the Bombers, trying to work around the leadoff reach on an error. And that one's going to hit Nelson, so he'll take his base. And now, much like, well, in different ways, but much like the Rush when they were pitching, the Bombers in a jam here. The first 2 batters reach base. And we'll see if Hayden can shut down here like Manaw did.
And that looked like it just slipped out of his hand. It was just a simple accident. Tried to go on the inside corner, just slipped out. But unfortunately with that mistake, the Rush now have a chance to tack on some runs of their own in this bottom of the first inning.
Bring up the lefty, Jeremy Brown, playing first base today for the Rush. Steps in against Hayden. First pitch. He goes swinging, turns, and Burns hits it hard down the right field line, but way foul, 0-1.
That was definitely hot off the bat. Good turn on that swing.
Got it in the lefty sweet spot, down and in, just couldn't stay back on it. So he's down 0-1 here with 2 on, nobody out. And he foul tips that one straight down, so he's quickly down 0-2 after a couple of foul balls.
And it looked like he turned his head while swinging that ball as well and didn't have a good chance to get a good full look at it, which can happen, and that could end in foul balls, and now he's got an 0-2 count now.
Whitfield Hayden looking for his first out here. Bottom of the first, he's got Brown down 0-2 with 2 runners on. This one, swing and a miss. He got him on 3 pitches. Nice breaking ball there. Had Brown way out in front. So 1 down now with the 2 runners on. That brings up Marcus Burton patrolling center field for the rush and hitting cleanup. Trying to bring home those runners like the Bombers did in the first, on the top of the first. First pitch, that one's low. 1-0 to Burton.
Burton, on-base percentage of .556 to start off the season.
Burton from Southwestern College. Hayden will step off. Didn't like the big lead that Shin was getting out there at second base. Shin's at second, Nelson at first. Burton at the plate, the pitch from Hayden. That one's a strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Even count.
That was really good frame job by the catcher right there to keep that ball just at the corner of the plate for the umpire to call a strike.
1-1 offering way outside. Couldn't get him to chase it. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Honestly, a really good waste pitch there as well, just to get him just to keep Burton guessing at the plate, even with 2-1 count.
Burton ahead now, 2-1. Runner goes. Throw down. Shin in there safely. The throw is going to get passed into left field. Here comes Shin, and he will score. Moving up to third base is Nelson. And now it's 1-1. We're all tied up once again. Gonna make it a 2-2 count, and now Nelson, with 1 away, is at third base. He's 90 feet away from the rush, taking the lead. That one in there, so that's strike 2. So apologies about getting the count wrong. I believe it's a full count now, 3-2. Hayden trying to get Burton here. Payoff pitch. This one fouled off into Sunrise Park. Burton stays alive, trying to get another run home. Sawyer Ewart on deck for the rush. Still just 1 down here, bottom of the first inning. It's all tied up at 1-1. We got ourselves a brand new ball game. But Nelson stands down at third base, 90 feet away from scoring and giving the rush the lead. 3-2 payoff pitch one more time from Whitfield Hayden. This one's hitting to play out towards the shortstop, and he mussed that one. Nelson would have scored anyway, but Burton is now safe at first. It's now 2-1 favor of the rush.
And unfortunately, even though that was a bad hop, it was a slow one. It kept it in play, so unfortunately that will have to be that will be ruled as an error.
It's going to be an error on Ochoa out there at shortstop. So that'll bring up the third baseman, Ewart, trying to keep it going for the rush. Burton takes off. That pitch in the dirt couldn't be picked out. So a stolen base for Marcus Burton, and he's now in scoring position with 1 away.
He just had a good jump. Even if he was able to handle that behind the plate well, it was still going to be a tough one to get Burton out at second base.
So a 1-0 pitch now on Sawyer Ewart. That one away into the backstop, and now Burton finds himself 90 feet away from scoring. Hayden getting a little rattled here maybe after a couple of errors have had him give up a couple of runs here in the bottom of the first.
And just like that, out of nowhere, 2 pitches have moved Burton over to third.
So a 2-0 count. The pitch floats in there for a strike. Nice breaking ball on the inside half. 2-1.
Worked for him right there, but definitely wouldn't want to use that pitch every now and then. That looked like it was hanging. Any one of these power hitters will take that deep out to left field.
2-1, still a hitter's count. Here's the pitch. There's strike 2 on the outside corner. Evens it up at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And Ewert just looking to try and get the ball in play, trying to get that run over across the score for the Rush.
Ewert calls time to dig in a little bit more in the batter's box ahead of this 2-2 pitch. Hayden steps back on the mound, gets his sign in, comes set. Burton leads off third base. 2-2 offering. Breaking ball popped way up right side. Going back on it. This one's going to drop out of the glove. Here comes Burton home. He's going to score. Throw not in time. It's now 3-1 Rush. All 3 runs scoring in from errors. I don't believe any of these runs are going to be earned on Hayden yet.
No, they're just, unfortunately, they're fairly simple plays. I know the sun's probably in their eyes, but with that, a pop up off the glove, out of the glove, in and out of the glove. Unfortunately, that will be ruled as an error on the first baseman.
That was Vendel over there trying to track that one down, and then coming in from right field, Macias picked it off the ground after it fell out of Vendel's glove, but he couldn't quite make the throw to get Burton. So it's 3-1 Rush here, bottom 1. Bombers coach out there to talk it over with Whitfield Hayden, try to give him some confidence back. He's making pitches, he's getting pop-ups, he's getting ground balls. Just been a little bit unlucky. So that'll now bring up to the plate David Orozco, the catcher for the Rush this morning. Or actually just turned to afternoon. It's noon right on the dot here in California. This one swung, hit up the middle. That's going to get down in right center field for a base hit. Ewert's around second, digging for third. He'll be in there standing up. So David Orozco with a hit, and he keeps the parade going here with 1 down in the bottom of the first. 3-1 Rush, and they're threatening for more with runners at the corners.
And that is technically now officially their first hit of the inning for the Rush. So errors have been keeping the Bombers down this last inning.
Brings up Elijah Reel. First pitch to him. He goes first pitch swinging. This one's in the right center field as well. It's going to be caught in right field by Macias. And Ewert read it wrong, couldn't tag up in time. So now 2 down, runners still at the corners. Good play by Macias out there.
And that's one of those tricky ones right there. That I know people are going to be wondering why he wasn't tagging, but the hit was fast off the bat. It looked like it might have gotten down from the runner's eye or at third.
Going to bring up Isaac Vargas, trying to put more across for the Rush. 2 down here, bottom of the first. That one way outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Vargas going to scoop up some dirt, wearing no batting gloves, going old school. Scoops up the dirt to get some grip on the bat. Whitfield Hayden looks in, gets a sign quickly, and comes set with runners at the corners. 2 down, bottom of the first. Runner goes. That one, defensive swing, just got his bat head out on it and fouled it off. It's 1-1.
Classic hit and run. It looked like it was way outside, but with the hit and run, you got to be swinging at it no matter where it is. Putting that a 1-1 count now.
1-1 on Isaac Vargas, the extra hitter for the Rush today. That one inside. Runner takes off to second. He'll be in there. That was the courtesy runner, Joseph Licari, out there. David Orozco with that hit. He's the catcher. Gets the courtesy runner, Licari, and he moves up on that one. It's now 2 balls, 1 strike. Hitters count for Vargas with 2 runners in scoring position, but 2 down. Can he get 2 more in, or can Hayden keep it right here at 3-1? 2-1 pitch. Just missed the outside corner. 3 balls, 1 strike. Vargas in the driver's seat. Vargas, after scooping up some more dirt, steps back in with the 3-1 hitters count, 2 in scoring position. Pitch from Whitfield Hayden. In there for a strike, runs it full, 3-2.
That was a good pitch there by Hayden. Keep the at-bat going. Wants to end this inning right here.
Bombers down 3-1. 3-2, payoff pitch. This one hitting to play over to third base, and that's going to be muffed again. A run will come in. Safe at first is Vargas, and it's now 4-1 rush. Still runners at the corner, still 2 down. Now it's going to be the 9th hitter of the inning coming up. That's Joseph Guzman. 4-1 rush here, 2 down, bottom of the first. Whitfield Hayden going to take a little time to regroup with himself. Now he'll step back on the rubber. Lacari leading off third. Vargas leading off first. Guzman in the box. First pitch, and there for a strike on the outer half. Hayden gets the sign, comes set. 0-1 pitch coming. Instead, a check on the runner. Back in safely is Vargas.
And again, Hayden, after that being his 27th pitch, he's not pitching bad. He's just had some bad luck with defense on the backside, unfortunately.
Oh, 1 for real this time. Fouled straight back. Excuse me, that was the 1-0. That's 1-1 now. Good cut there from Guzman, straight back. 2 down, 1-1 count here in the bottom of the first. Runner goes. This one's hitting to play over towards third base. Handled by Garcia. He throws across, and Hayden and the Bombers get out of the inning, but not before the rush. Rally for 4 runs. Bombers with a chance to answer on the top of the second when we come back. Stay tuned on the PSCL Baseball Network.
Spacious skies, far amber waves of rain, America, sweet America. You know, God done shed his grace on thee.
It's one thing to be honored as an esteemed Forbes award-winning resort. It's quite another to be honored 3 years in a row. Agua Caliente Casino Rancho Mirage is proud to once again be the recipient of the Forbes 4-Star Award for both our extraordinary hotel and the steakhouse, and Forbes' highest honor, the prestigious 5-Star Award for Sunstone Spa. Agua Caliente Casino Rancho Mirage, your 5-star escape.
Zach Reynolds, Bray Faust, back here with you for PSCL baseball action. Rush leading 4-1 as we enter the top of the second. Back out there for a second inning of work is Isaac Manaw. And he had the bases loaded, nobody out, and he only gave up 1 run, and then his offense had his back. They now lead 4-1. Let's see if he can parlay that into a really nice outing here, if he can get into a groove. The Bombers going to try to get those runs back, and it'll be Trent Wainfield to lead things off for him here in the top of the second. First pitch from Isaac Manaw, check swing, and they're for a strike anyway, 0-1. Wainfield, Jackson, and Garcia due up. 0-1 pitch. That one's in there for a strike. First one on the outside corner, that one on the inside corner. It's 0-2 on Wainfield.
And with 2 strikes called on him now, Manaw trying to just play around with it now.
Breaking ball missed inside, 1-2.
Now it's just a guessing game if you're going to go breaking ball here or just go back to the heater.
1-2 pitch, breaking ball again, inside again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, an even count.
And with that being so far inside, I guarantee you Winfield is definitely going to be thinking fastball's coming up.
2-2 offering. Fastball, but it's up and away. Runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Good patience here from Waynfield.
From 0-2 to 3-2.
An outfielder playing DH from Linfield University. 3-2, payoff pitch. Swings, hits this one hard towards second base. Picked out and thrown across for the out. Good play over there from Guzman. 1 down here in the top of the second.
That was a good at-bat right there by Winfield. To go all 6 pitches in the at-bat and to hit almost a bullet over there to Guzman at second base. Just right to him, unfortunately, for the putout.
Here comes the left-handed hitting center fielder for the Bombers. It's Jonathan Jackson out of Harding University. First pitch you'll see, he squares to bunt, pulls back. That one's up. 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, he caught Ewert over there at third, not close to the bag, so he thought he'd just get an easy bunt single here.
Ewert playing in now. See if he scores to bunt again or swings away. 1-0 pitch, swinging away. Swings and misses. 1-1. Jackson steps back in. Manon gets his sign. 1-1 offering, breaking ball. Lands low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Jackson ahead in the count.
And this shows a really good pitcher right here with his mixability with his pitches here.
2-1 pitch buzzes the tower. It's 3-1.
You want these batters to be guessing at every single pitch. You don't want to be expecting a 1-2 breaking ball or a 2-0 fastball. It's a good mixture right here by Manon.
Third baseman Dylan Garcia on deck. 3-1 count for Jonathan Jackson. Here's the pitch from Isaac Manon. He swings, hits this one hard but foul down the right field line. Got good wood on it, just a little out in front. Runs the count full, 3-2.
Good turn on that swing right there. Definitely shot a bullet, almost hitting the first base umpire over there. But turned on it just a little too quickly. Puts the count now at full.
Another 3-2 payoff pitch from Manon. This one hitting a play again over towards second base. And Guzman once again makes a nice play, that time a backhand. 2 up, 2 down. Here comes Dylan Garcia.
That's a little unfortunate for Jackson. As soon as he hit that ball, he slipped on the dirt. Couldn't even give him a chance. Hopefully he's okay. But unfortunately the Bombers are now put out for the second out.
So do 2 down here in the top of the second. As that's third baseman Garcia at the dish. Manon working quickly. First pitch, swing and a miss. Took a little off that one. 0-1. Trying to get back to the rush bats. Try to score some more runs. Much more efficient this inning is Manon. 0-1 pitch. Outside corner for strike 2. And he's 1 strike away from a 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, definitely painting the outside corner beautifully there. Like we said, making these batters guess a lot more than they want to.
0-2 pitch to Garcia in the dirt. Didn't chase it. 1-2. Good 0-2 pitch there. Something in the dirt trying to get him to chase it. But Garcia resisted the temptation, so it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now. With 2 away here in the top of the second inning. One-two offering. This one hit hard. That one just foul down the third base line. That one hit hard off the bat, but just went foul at the last second before it went over the third base bag.
Yeah, another good turning swing right there by a Bomber hitter. Garcia just turning on it just a little too quickly, and we'll do it again.
Another 1-2 pitch coming into Garcia. Here it is. This one fouled out of play this time towards the right side over towards Sunrise Park. And he's battling, sticking at 1-2 here against Isaac Manoff. Trying to extend the inning back to the top of the order with Caden Oshiro.
Yeah, swinging at anything close to the zone here. Good battle with Garcia Manoff.
1-2 pitch. One more time. That one's inside. It'll make it 2-2.
That was a little bit of a waste pitch there to go inside, maybe jam him up and get the grounder.
So an even 2-2 pitch coming now. That one's up high. Third hitter in a row to run the count full to 3-2. So some good at-bats here in the second inning for the Bombers. Nothing to show for it yet, but Garcia is going to try to change that. 2 groundouts to second base. And now another 3-2 count. Here comes the payoff pitch from Isaac Manoff. Breaking ball, and it hits him right on that front arm, and Garcia will take his base. Let's see if that can be a 2-out rally for the Bombers, excuse me, as it's back to the top of the order with Caden Oshiro. Led off the game with a bloop single into left field, eventually came around to score. That's the lone Bombers run to this point. Still very early, obviously, here in the top of the second. 2 away with a runner on for the Bombers. And Oshiro at the plate. First pitch, this one's hit. That one's going to get through. Oshiro's second hit of the day. Hard line drive just past the outreached arm of Nelson over there at shortstop. And now 2 runners on with 2 down for the Bombers. They got something going. Here comes Mason Macias.
Well, 2 hits for the rush now today, and both coming from Oshiro. So far so good for the young man.
Bombers threatening with 2 outs here. Manoff comes set, checks the runners. Fires the 0-0 home. That one just misses on the outside corner. He wanted it, didn't get it. 1 ball, no strikes.
Good pitch right there, almost catching the corner. Maybe just a little too far outside for the umpire's liking. Frame job by Orozco behind the plate. A little off, so we'll do it at 1-0 now.
Long look in here for the signs with the runner at second. Now he'll get it and come set. This one fouled back over us in the press box. Makes it 1-1. Trying to take advantage of a couple of 2-out base runners. Get the runs back that they gave up in the bottom of the first. 1-1 offering from Manoff. This one swung and hit foul down the right field line over towards the batting cages. It's now 1-2.
Usually with 2 foul balls, as a pitcher, you recognize that they're almost caught up to it. So it might be a good time to get that, maybe get an off-speed pitch of some sort coming up.
Manoff ahead 1-2 here. Comes set, now steps off, and he'll talk it over with catcher David Orozco. Quick word, and now Orozco back to his spot for this 1-2 pitch upcoming to Mason Macias. Macias, an outfielder from Edmonds College, playing right field today for the Bombers, trying to get home a 2-out runner. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Manoff got out of it without allowing the run. Back to the rush bats. They're going to try to add on to their 4-1 lead when we come back in the bottom of the second, right here on the Power Baseball Network, Power Summer Collegiate League Baseball Network. Excuse me.
It's time to step away from the sofa and get back world you love, the world of Agua Caliente. So get ready to rediscover that winning feeling again at Agua Caliente Casinos.
Good Lord.
Bottom of the second now. And the rush back to the bats. Scored 4 in the top or the bottom half of the first inning. All unearned runs against the starter who's still out there for the Bombers. That's Whitfield Hayden. He'll be greeted here by Colton Reese. First pitch. Check swing. He went for sure. 0-1. Hayden trying to have a bounce back inning here. Next pitch. That one's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Reese, Shin, and Nelson do up this inning for the Rush. Hayden gets a sign, comes set. 1-1 pitch coming. Breaking ball outside. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And Hayden's still throwing actually fairly well. Like we said, that first inning was not fully on him, if not anything on him, as all the runs were considered unearned and only giving up 1 hit.
2-1 pitch. This one fouled straight back. Good cut from Reese. It's 2-2. Somebody's starting to stretch out there in the Bombers bullpen. Hayden had to throw a lot of pitches in that first inning.
Yeah, at the moment he's up to 33 pitches after 1 full inning of play.
That one's inside. Runs it full. 3 balls, 2 strikes for the Rush left fielder. Payoff pitch. That one's low and inside, and Reese gets a leadoff walk. And that brings it back around to the top of the lineup with Min Shin.
That's only his first walk that Hayden has given up today. Unfortunately, it wasn't the best time to do it as we go to the top of the lineup now for the Rush.
Hayden will step off. And now step back on the rubber.
So it looks like that's number 5 for the Bombers. That's Dalton Irwin.
This one gets past the catcher for the Bombers. That's there. Couldn't quite wrangle it. Pitch way outside. He had to reach across his body for. So it's 1-0 on Shin. That one in the dirt. Blocked well this time from Ferguson. Two balls, no strikes. On Min Shin, the right fielder for the Rush. Got a runner in scoring position out there. Nobody out here. Bottom of the second inning. 2-0 pitch in the dirt. Nice block again. It's 3-0.
Good patient at bat here for Shin, and I know he's want to take some cuts out here, but these pitches are just way too low for him. Don't want to be hitting an 8-iron out here in the ballpark.
Big lead. And now they'll step off and make sure that Reese returns to second base. I mean, he was almost halfway down the line with his secondary there.
Yeah, and if Hayden stepped off quicker, he would have actually probably got him.
3-0 pitch. Inside corner for strike 1. 3-1 on Shin.
Red light was probably on for that one, as Hayden has not been able to find the zone very well in these last 2 at-bats, so Easy red light for Shin.
3-1 now. That one's up and in. And 2 walks in a row to start off the inning. There's 2 runners on again for the Rush. Nobody out here. Bottom of the second inning. That's going to bring up Blake Nelson. But first, looks like we might be getting a pitching change here. Bombers coach out to talk it over. And it's not going to be the end of the line for Whitfield Hayden just yet. Gets a vote of confidence from his coach with 2 on, nobody out here. Going to try to get Blake Nelson as he steps up for the second time today. Playing shortstop out of the University of Calgary. Now that is a long way from home. Out here in Palm Springs, California. 2 on, nobody out. Bottom second. First pitch from Hayden. This one swung, hit right side. That one's going to get through. A pass to diving Ochoa. Stop sign put up at third base. The bases will be loaded for the 3-hole hitter, Jeremy Brown.
First pitch swinging there for Nelson. Nice piece of hitting right there, getting in between the gap between short and third between Ochoa and Garcia. Loads the bases easily for Mr. Brown up to the plate now.
So Reese at third with a walk, Shin at second with a walk, and a hit for Nelson, who's at first. Bases loaded, nobody out. Brown at the plate, first pitch. Low, ball 1. He struck out on 3 pitches last time. That won't be the case this time.
It was a good pitch there by Hayden. Honestly, good placement there.
1-0, that's outside, 2-0. Irwin still warming up in a hurry on the bullpen for the Bombers.
Yeah, with that 2-0 pitch, definitely look for some form of meat pitch here for Brown to try and swing at.
2-0 pitch, that one's low and outside. 3 balls, no strikes with the bases loaded. Whitfield Hayden working on Jeremy Brown. Burton on deck, the cleanup hitter. 4-1 rush already, threatening for more here in the bottom of the second.
And still nobody out as well.
Three-0 pitch. Swung on, popped up, left side, foul territory. Garcia over, and he can't make the catch. Brown gets a second chance at life in this at-bat. Let's see if he can make him pay or if Hayden can get him out. So it'll be a 3-1 count. There he had the green light, popped it up. Got lucky that Garcia couldn't find it in the sun, inching closer and closer to the dugout over there on the third base side. 3-1 pitch, this one straight back right over our heads. It's now full 3-2. Bray thought he was going to make a catch on that one.
I was reaching for it, but, you know, there's this roof up above us that kind of blocked me, and, you know, I just didn't want to break it. Mr. Starkey might be mad.
Still nobody out. Bases loaded here. Jeremy Brown at the plate. 3-2. Payoff pitch coming from Whitfield Hayden. Here it is. Swing and a miss. He got him. Second strikeout of Brown. There's an important out, number 1. They need a couple more. Here comes Marcus Burton.
That was a nice little heater there. Definitely a shot of confidence for Hayden as he gets the first out of the inning.
First pitch to Burton. He swings, pops this one up right side. That one's going to get foul. No balls, 1 strike.
Had to reach on that one. Looked like it was a little too far outside and low, but reached for it anyway, trying to see if we can get that little bloop single to get a run across the plate.
0-1 pitch to Burton. That's outside, 1-1, even count. 1 down here, bottom of the second. Rush lead 4-1. They've got the bases loaded, threatening for more. Hayden likely wanting a ground ball double play here to get out of it. 1-1 pitch. That's in the dirt, gets past Ferguson to the backstop, and a run's going to score. Everybody will move up 1. Reese in to score. That makes it 5-1 Rush. That one, nothing Ferguson can do. He got in position to block it, and it just took a tough hop right over his right shoulder.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for them right now, especially with 1 out. The force is now out of play. Runners now at second and third for the Rush. Bombers look like they might be a little trouble.
So a 2-1 count on Burton. That one's in the dirt. Blocked nicely by Ferguson. Kept it right down in front of him. Makes it 3-1. Nothing going the Bombers' way here. A lot of unluckiness, but also a lot of good at-bats by the Rush. They lead at 5-1, 1 down, bottom 2, 3-1 count on Marcus Burton. That's up high. He'll take his walk and loads the bases right back up. And that might be the end of the line for Whitfield Hayden. Here comes Irwin in. Hayden, a rough day, a lot of unearned runs. And then there in the second inning, has kind of had struggles with the strike zone. Irwin in to mop up the bases loaded jam. We'll see how he can do. Stay tuned as we'll come back on the other side with Irwin's pitching.
When it comes to air conditioning and heating questions, Desert Air has the answers. Like, did you know it is recommended that you change your filters every 6 months to keep your air as clean as possible? And do you know it's important to service your system at least twice a year to keep it running optimally, especially here in our extreme desert conditions? Desert Air knows, and with a team of experienced and factory-trained technicians, conditioning and heating needs. Desert Air. Live comfortably.
That's it. That's his house. Mr. Brad Haley?
Relax. Did I win something?
My sources tell me you've been calling Jack in the Box junk in the box.
So?
I take these things personally, Brad.
Get lost.
Sure. Just try my food, apologize, and I'll go.
Beat it, clown!
Listen, punk! I've spent millions of dollars improving my kitchens to make our best burgers ever!
You're psycho!
Oh, yeah. Whoop 'em good, Jack.
Brad, you get to try my best burger ever, and all I want is your honest opinion.
Tasty.
Really? You're not just saying that because I'm kneeling on your spine?
No, I shouldn't have dissed your food, man. I'm sorry, Jack.
Well, I'm sorry about the grass stains.
Really?
No.
Number 5, Dalton Irwin on the mound, comes in with a bases-loaded jam. He's going to face off with Sawyer Ewart, the third baseman. 1 down here, bottom of the second inning. Rush leading 5-1. Here in game number 2 of a doubleheader of PSCL baseball action, as you'll have every day here throughout this PSCL season.
So partial line now for Hayden, though. He gives up 2 hits. 5 runs across for now. As we said, partial line. Only one of those was earned, though. But with the runners at first, second, and third, those are still his to allow. So that might be a little more later on. 3 walks and a couple strikeouts for the young man. We'll have to see how Dalton Irwin does for him on the mound.
He's got a tall task here, but he could get out of it with 1 pitch if he got a favorable ground ball. Ewart with the bright green shoes steps up to the dish to face off against Dalton Irwin.
Yeah, Ewart's been well known for those green shoes these last few games here at the PSCL.
Sidearm pitch from Irwin misses. Looked good, but just missed a little low. It's 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 pitch. That one more over the top from the arm angle. It's in there for a strike. 1-1.
Definitely a place he wanted to go for. Wanted to see if he can get that ground ball to get in that low play and get them out of the inning.
Definitely expect a lot of things low here. 1-1 offering. Breaking ball on the outside corner, 1-2. One down here, bottom 2. Bases loaded for the rush. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Irwin got the first man. He's got to get one more, trying to limit the damage. David Orozco, the catcher, will step up. He's got a base hit already today. Irwin closed off on the mound. Sidearm delivery. Just missed outside, 1-0.
1 of 2 base hits is all that the Rush have had on the board right now.
1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. 1-1. That one looked nasty. Got Orozco way out in front.
Yeah, definitely had him sidestepping, trying to see if he was going to swing at any time.
2 down here in the bottom of the second. Rush up 5-1. Looking for more with the bases loaded. That's in there. Make it 1-2. Irwin coming in and pumping strikes. That's exactly what the Bombers needed. Can you get Orozco here, or can Orozco bring in more for the Rush? 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Irwin comes in and cleans it up. Let's see if that can be some momentum. We head to the top of the third where the Bombers try to get some of these runs back.
Imagine a place where birdies tell tales. Where hard to describe is easy to find. A place that brings the stars closer to Earth. Can you imagine? This is Rancho Mirage.
Zach Reynolds, Brave Faust here with you now in the top of the third inning. As Manoff still on the mound for the Rush with a comfortable 4-run lead. Had a 1-2-3 inning last time, or actually didn't. He was on his way to one, and then the Bombers got a couple of base runners, but he was able to shut it down. So that's where we're at. 5-1 in favor of the Rush. It'll be Ochoa to lead off against Manoff here. Ochoa, Fowler, and Ferguson, 3, 4, 5 due up for the Bombers. Let's see if they can get something going for them.
And with that little shutout performance with Irwin and the last 2 outs, with the last 2 strikeouts, that does complete the line for Hayden for 5 runs and 1 of them earned. So good job coming up to the mound for Irwin to get out of that little predicament that the Bombers are at and keep the game at just a 4-run deficit.
Keeps it close here. Still a lot of game left here, as we're just now in the top of the third. Here on the PSCL Baseball YouTube channel. June 19th, 2023. Rush versus Bombers. Manoff to Ochoa. First pitch swinging. That's foul. 0-1.
Just turned on that just a little too much. That would have been an easy double, maybe triple if that was turned on just a millisecond later.
0-1 in there for 0-2. That one floated in there. Ochoa left it. No balls, 2 strikes. Man way ahead in the count. 0-2 pitch. This one's hit into play out there in right field. Coming in on it and making the play is Shin for out number 1. So to bring up Cole Fowler, who reached on a walk his first time up. He's another Harding University guy. A couple outfielders for the Bombers from Harding. First pitch to him this time around. Up high, 1-0.
Usually when you have a lead like the Rush have, that really boosts up the confidence of your starting pitcher. Definitely makes you more comfortable when you go back to the mound.
1-0 pitch, misses low and away, 2-0.
Like first inning, man, I had a little bit of a struggle with bases loaded at the time and was able to get out of the jam. But after a few runs by the Rush, he's definitely fit into a little bit of a better stride here.
That one's inside. Makes it 3-0. Fowler in the driver's seat, well on his way to another walk. We'll see if Manaw can find the zone here. 3-0 pitch. He chased it. That was ball 4. It's now 3-1.
Green light was activated on that one. But that was way too far outside. Definitely was an easy take for ball 4, but he wanted to swing.
Big hack there from Fowler. 3-1 pitch coming from Manaw now. That one buzzes the tower a little bit, so he'll take his walk after all. And that'll bring up the catcher, Braden Ferguson, trying to get something going here. 1 down, top of the 3rd inning. 5-1 lead for the Rush. Manaw on the mound. Ferguson stepping up to the dish. Fowler leads off first. First pitch to Ferguson. Way inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Manaw looks in the sign, gets it, checks Fowler at first, now comes set, checks again. Couple more times, now fires home. That one way up high. 2 balls, no strikes. Got to get back in the zone here.
Yeah, Manaw shortening up his stride again, leaving those pitches way too high. He's got to figure out just a little bit, trying to get the ground ball. Like I said, a ground ball will end it here.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. For strike 1 of the at-bat there. Makes it 2-1. Fowler leads off first. 2-1 count on the catcher, Ferguson. The pitch, swing and a miss. Manaw back in the count, 2-2.
Definitely a good comeback from Manaw after a good chunk of pitches, leaving it way up in the zone. Come back now 2-2 against Ferguson.
Just got a piece and fouled it straight back. Did Ferguson. Stays alive. Making Manaw work here. Here in top of the 3rd inning with 1 down. Two again. That one's inside, runs it full.
Dovey doesn't want to have another walk on his plate, wants to get a ground ball here or any kind of ball in play at this point.
Payoff pitch. Breaking ball left up high. 2 walks in a row. Gives the Bombers a couple of base runners here with 1 down, and up steps Kenny Vo, the second baseman.
It's going to be walk number 5 that Manaw has allowed in this game so far in 2 1/3 innings pitched.
Bombers threatening here to get some more runs on the board as they try to chip away at the 4-run deficit. Fowler at second. Ferguson at first. That pitch to Vo misses outside. Actually, it'll be a courtesy runner over there at first for Ferguson. That's going to be number 6, Kenny Booth. So he'll lead off first. Fowler off second. That pitch misses, makes it 2-0.
Good old Kenny Booth, if I'm not mistaken. Used to don the Rocky mascot for the Palm Spring Power.
What do you mean? Rocky's a Ram.
What?
Yeah.
He's real?
Yeah.
Oh. No one tells you these things up here.
2-0 pitch now. to Vo. He swings and misses that one. 2 balls, 1 strike now. 1 down here, top of the third. Two one pitch. That's way up high at the eyes of Vo. He's ahead 3-1.
Maybe not a different mascot, like I don't know, a Ricky of some sorts. I don't know.
Vendel on deck. 3-1 count for Kenny Vo. Isaac Manoff trying to settle down here. Swing and a miss. Full count, 3-2.
It's a good comeback pitch by Manoff. Wants to strike this guy out, wants to get his confidence back up.
3-2. Payoff pitch with 2 runners on. It's up high. Vo walks. Bases loaded. Here comes Daniel Vendel. Manoff's been in this situation. He was back in the first, only gave up the 1 run and then was able to get out of it. He's got 1 down here in the top of the third as the bases are loaded. Vendel stepping up. Represents the tying run at the plate as the Rush are leading 5-1 over the Bombers here. Check swing, but it's fouled off. So it's on 1 on Vendel, first baseman for the Bombers.
The Bombers on the bench had to dodge that a little bit. Even on a check swing, those things are hot off the bat.
So 1 on Vendel. It's 1 down. That pitch outside, it's 1-1. Big opportunity here for the Bombers to get right back in this game. 1-1 pitch. Outside corner for strike 2.
Just a touch outside. Looked like the catcher's mitt had to move a little bit to outside for that one for the umpire's liking.
Got the call, though. It's 1-2. Manoff trying to shut it down. He'll step off, wants to run through the signs again. Talk it over with his catcher, Orozco. Big pitch coming here.
Or maybe just asking, did he call that a strike?
Vendel at the plate. Wainfield on deck. Fowler at third. Ferguson at second. Vo at first. Vendel, the representative tying run at the plate. In this 5-1 game, top of the third, 1 down. The pitch, swing and a miss. He got his man. There's 2 down now. A big sigh of relief there from Isaac Manoff, but he's still got to get 1 more.
That's a big, though, sigh of relief off of Manoff to get that strikeout. Now any ground ball will do it.
First pitch to Wainfield. He goes first pitch swing and hit to shortstop. Nelson goes the short way to second to get the out, and Manoff gets out of another bases-loaded jam. This time he gives up nothing. Rush still lead at 5-1. They'll look for more runs when we come back in the bottom of the third.
Agua Caliente Casinos has added more of the hottest and newest slots. With more than 155,000 square feet of gaming, your next jackpot is just a slot pull away. No matter which of our 3 premier properties you visit, Agua Caliente Casino Rancho Mirage, Palm Springs, or Cathedral City, you'll always find more of the hottest and newest slots. Agua Caliente Casinos, the caliente place to play.
None of us can see the future, but we can plan for it. And Eisenhower Health has been doing that for years, adding state-of-the-art new facilities, innovative technologies, more doctors in key specialties, and more health centers across the valley, and new programs to meet specialized needs. Whatever the future brings, bring it on, because Eisenhower Health is here for you today and tomorrow.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Back here, bottom of the third, big momentum shift there for the Rush, who were already up, but they were able to get out of a bases-loaded jam. They still lead it 5-1. Dalton Irwin back on the mound for his first full clean inning of work for the Bombers. Came in with a bases-loaded jam of his own with just one down in relief of Whitfield Hayden, and he shut it down. A couple of strikeouts to get out of it. And now he'll be tasked with eating up some innings here for the Bombers.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, heads up. That throwdown from the catcher kind of bounced off of number 33, Ochoa. Got him on the face. He's okay. But, yeah, with the Bombers still down, going into the bottom of third, we have to mention that the hour mark has already been passed a while ago. So time limit might be in effect in just a little bit longer.
This game started right around 11:30, a little bit later. Given the benefit of the doubt at 11:35, it's 12:50 right now, so the time limit would be up around 1:35. Elijah Reel steps up to the dish to greet Dalton Irwin here to start the bottom of the third. First pitch swinging, fouled out of play, 0-1.
First at bat for Reel, flew out to right field with the catch by Macias.
0-1 pitch outside, 1-1. See how Irwin can do without the instant adrenaline of the bases being loaded. 1-1 pitch inside, 2-1. Believe it or not, some guys pitch better when they have to come into a situation like that because they don't have to get amped up. They already are. And then when you have to start a clean inning, you kind of got to amp yourself up. That one's in there for a strike, 2-2. Looked amped up on that one.
And he's doing a really good job of mixing it where he wants to place the baseball. He's been going inside, outside, inside, outside. Definitely mixing up where he wants to go with his throws.
And mixing up the arm angle. Sometimes side arm, sometimes over the top. This over the top. Popped up, and that's going to find a little hole. Just a little bloop shot coming all the way from the shortstop position to the second base side of the bag was Ochoa. He couldn't quite make it there. A little infield single for Elijah Reel. He's on base this time to start things off for the bottom of the third, and that'll bring up now Isaac Vargas.
Yeah, Kenny Vo was over on the second base. He was shifted over a little bit too far.
Going to get a courtesy runner here for Elijah Reel. Looks like that's going to be Kirk Felikian.
Oh, Felikian.
So he'll take his lead off first base as Vargas steps up. And right into the game, he's got to dive back into first base so he's in there safely.
Yeah, welcome to the ball game, sir. Now get on dirty.
So you know you played in the game. New Jersey got dirty this one. Fouled out of play into the stands on the third base side by Vargas. Boy, I just love his old school look at the plate. I've mentioned it several times now, but no batting gloves. He's a little bit choked up on the bat. Scoops up dirt in between each pitch. 0-1 count. Irwin fires home. That one's outside. Goes off of Ferguson's glove. And Felikian will move up to second base.
Yeah, I could never go swinging without batting gloves anymore, especially with a wooden bat. I hate splinters. I just hate them. But if it works for Vargas, it works for us up here in the booth.
1-1 count now on Isaac Vargas with a runner in scoring position, nobody out. Swing and a miss at that one, 1-2.
And
some confusion here. Looks like Vargas being sent to the bench. I believe that was just strike 2, though. 1-2 is the count. So it's 1-2 on Vargas. Confusion handled. That one in the dirt makes it 2-2. That one right at his feet. Next pitch, check swing. Did he go? He didn't. Vargas thought he went. He was starting to walk back to the bench, but the field umpire said he didn't go. And Bombers coach not happy. I mean, Vargas literally stepped across the plate to go back to the dugout. He knew he swung, but the field umpire didn't agree, so that makes it a full 3-2 count. Payoff pitch. Ring him up on the outside corner for real this time. Vargas heads to the bench, 1 down. And that'll bring up Joseph Guzman now with that runner out at second. Irwin on the mound. That pitch way inside. 1 ball, no strikes. One 0 pitch outside, 2-0. That one a little low. Double pump from the catcher Ferguson. He wanted the call. Instead,
well, typically
it's 3-0.
Typically, when a catcher miss does hit the ground, usually the umpire is not going to give you that call.
3-0 pitch. Strike on the outside corner. 3-1 to Guzman now.
That has some heat to it as well in that little two-seamer.
Felikian leading off second with 1 down here, bottom of the third. Rush trying to push across some more runs. They lead it 5-1. This one swung, hit hard into center field. Jackson camps underneath it. He'll catch it. Runner tags. Felikian going for third. Throw can't be handled by Garcia. Gets into the dugout. And so as the ball goes out of play, Felikian awarded home plate. It's now 6-1 Bombers.
Yeah, honestly, that was a really good throw out there from Jackson. Even a nice little one bouncer, but look like.
I mean, Garcia probably needs to catch that one. Throw pretty on the money. A 1 hopper from center field to third base is nothing to sneeze at, but couldn't be handled out there, and it ends up in the dugout. It's 6-1. That pitch misses way up and in to Colton Reese. 1-0 on him. That time it's in there on the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one fouled back. So now it's 1-2 on Reese. 2 down here, bottom of the third.
And Irwin trying to settle down after that one out of play. Play from Jackson and Garcia. Definitely wants to get out of this inning with just 1 run allowed.
Almost went, but he was able to hold up, was Reese. Definitely was tempted by it. Mix it 2-2. Two offering, way outside, runs it full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the order in Shin on deck. Payoff pitch from Irwin to Reese. Inside. Thought that was ball 4. They're calling it ball 3. So now a payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Irwin gets out of the inning, but the Rush add on one more. 6-1 Rush. We're heading to the top of the 4th. Stay tuned on the PSCL Baseball YouTube channel.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Isaac Manall back out for his 4th inning of work. Rush leading it 6-1. Zach Reynolds and Bray Faust here with you. Here for PSCL baseball action, Rush versus Bombers. Stepping up to the plate, it's going to be Jonathan Jackson. For the Bombers, the center fielder.
And we just crossed the 1 o'clock hour here in Palm Springs, California. It's now 1:02 as the top of the 4th is about to begin.
First pitch to Jackson, he fouls that one off. 0-1 from Isaac Manall. Jackson will step back in now. Manall already on the mound, ready to go. Goes into his windup. 0-1 pitch. This one's hit to play towards the shortstop. Nelson has it. Has to beat the speedy Jackson. Can't be picked out by Brown. Jackson's safe in there with an infield single, I would say. Believe he was going to beat that one out anyway. Showing off the wheels. No advancement as the ball got away. So another leadoff base runner for the Bombers. They've had a few of those, but have not had much to show for it yet. Stepping up now. Instead, there's going to be a check on the runner. He's back in there safely. Stepping up now is Dylan Garcia, the third baseman. Check on Jackson again. Just back in safely. A better throw might have had him there.
Yeah, way too far on the glove side. Not enough chance for Brown over there to reach and get Jackson on the tag. Better throw would have been definitely hosed out Jackson.
Now the first pitch to Garcia, up high at his eyes. 1 ball, no strikes.
Another throw down. Well, definitely keeping Jackson close to first base. Doesn't want him to take off. We know the speed of Jackson.
He showed it off on that base hit. 1-0 count. Runner goes. That one to the backstop over the head of Garcia. Jackson in there beyond easily. Now 2-0 on Garcia. Nobody out here, and Jackson's at second base. Big opportunity here for Bombers to get a run on the board. Here in the top of the 4th inning, we're about half an hour away from where that time limit would be if they choose to use that today. Two-0 count on Garcia, the third baseman for the Bombers. The pitch from Manaw finds the zone on the outside half. 2-1.
Nice little framework there. Nice pitch on the outside corner of the plate for getting the call strike there. Man, I definitely needed something like that.
And late time granted for Garcia. Manaw wasn't looking. He was just staring back at Jackson. So that pitch does not count. Still 2-1. As Jackson leads off second. Nobody out here at top of the 4th inning. 2-1 pitch to Garcia. Up and away, it's 3-1.
And man, has that struggle with this all day with his stride. Still keeping it too short. Leaving it way up in the zone. No chance for these batters to be swinging at it.
3-1 pitch. Hits the outside corner. Garcia started down, thought he had his walk. Now he'll go back for a full count pitch.
Another good placement on the outside corner. Let's see if he goes back to that.
Jackson leading off. Manaw staring him down. Payoff pitch. Misses. And Garcia gets his walk this time. 2 runners on. Nobody out here. Here comes the top of the lineup with Caden Oshiro, who's got himself 2 hits already today in his first 2 plate appearances. Both to the left side. One a little blooper and one a line shot past shortstop.
Unfortunately, with Manaw, he was looking a little uncomfortable. That's why he kept staring at Jackson. He didn't want to throw the ball, it looked like.
First pitch misses to Oshiro outside. It's 1-0 to him now.
I'm also starting to think that hat is too big for him.
It is coming.
It's come off a couple times today.
Almost every pitch at this point. Orozco back out there to talk it over with Manaw. Clearly Jackson playing mind games with him out there at second base.
Yeah, we know the speed that Jackson can produce, so and he could easily take third base with a good jump off second.
Orozco back behind home plate now. And Oshiro steps back in for the 1-0 pitch. That one a little up and a little in. 2-0.
Oshiro definitely staying patient, ready for another hit to come to him.
2-0 pitch, up and away, 3-0. You're going to get time from the Rush coach here. He's going to go out and talk things over with Isaac Manoff. Had a really good first few innings, struggling here in the top of the fourth. Clearly just very, very bothered by the speed of Jackson out at second base. He's just not focusing on the hitters.
And it's tough as a pitcher, especially when you're turning back to throw the ball. When you immediately go into your windup after turning your head from the second base, it's tough to realign with your vision. That's why typically when I look back, I'll look at the plate a little bit longer before actually striding on to the home plate.
Jackson at second. Garcia at first. Oshiro at the plate on a 3-0 count. Mana on the mound trying to find the zone. The pitch. Gets a generous strike call in the outside corner. It's 3-1. Somebody now up and warming in the Rush bullpen, or at least starting to play catch out there. 3-1 pitch. This one swung on, hitting the right field. A shallow pop-up just on the grass. Put away by the second baseman for the Rush. That's Guzman. Gets out number one. Now we're going to have a pinch hitter for Mason Macias here. It's going to be number 31, Zach Gervais from Edmonton. Big guy, 6'3", 198, coming to the plate. Trying to get something going for the Bombers with one down here in the top of the fourth. First pitch, outside corner, strike one.
Nice comeback pitch by Manoff to go for that outside corner. Catches it beautifully for strike one.
0-1 pitch. This one fouled back. 0-2 on Gervais.
Looks like that's Augie Cohen out there in the Rush bullpen getting a little warm-up going.
Time called and granted to Gervais. Now he'll step back into the batter's box, down 0-2. With 2 on, working against Isaac Manoff of the Rush. Long look at second. Now he'll fire home. That one hits Gervais. It looked like he kind of leaned into that one. And that might be, I don't know. Usually they don't allow that. And they're not gonna.
Not going to, yep.
Okay, I think that's the right call. He definitely lifted his elbow up into it. So he's going to have to come back to the dish. I believe that makes it a strike called. Or maybe they're just redoing it. It was an 0-2 count. Jackson and the runners and Garcia will have to return. It was an 0-2 count. He leaned up into it. And looks like we're just going to have a redo here, apparently. 0-2 again, runners go. That one's outside, throw down. Jackson in safely at third base. Garcia up to second as well. So now a 1-2 count with 2 runners in scoring position, just 1 down for the big guy, Zach Gervais. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He got him, 2 down. Chased that one away in the dirt. That'll bring up the shortstop, Nicholas Ochoa. 2 out, 2 in scoring position here in the top of the fourth. Manoff still on the mound. He was the starter for the Rush, trying to get through his 4th inning of work. That one misses low. 1 ball, no strikes.
He's been known to go for that outside corner on the very first pitch of each at bat, so nothing new there for Manoff as he's trying to get, like I said, the 4th complete inning of pitching going.
This one swung, hit on into center field, and that's going to be taken care of out there by Marcus Burton. And Manaw gets out of another jam. It's still just 6-1 rush as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Stay tuned for more PSCL baseball action.
In the battle of the burgers, one man made a declaration of delicious. Jack. He set forth, armed with artillery no one saw coming. Boxes and boxes of mouth-watering burgers. He was determined to bring great taste to this great nation in the name of life, liberty, and the pursuit of flavor for all, so that everyone could taste history-making burgers. And America ate it up. True story. With fresher and tastier ingredients, we're making every burger better, like the new Double Jack. History never tasted so good.
When it comes to air conditioning and heating questions, Desert Air has the answers. Like, did you know it is recommended that you change your filters every 6 months to keep your air as clean as possible? And do you know it's important to service your system at least twice a year to keep it running optimally, especially here in our extreme desert conditions? Desert Air knows. And with a team of experienced and factory-trained technicians, we are here to help with all your air conditioning and heating needs. Desert Air. Live comfortably.
Imagine a place where birdies tell tales. Where hard to describe is easy to find. A place that brings the stars closer to Earth. Can you imagine? This is Rancho Mirage.
Zach Reynolds, Brave Faust here with you. Still PSCL baseball action. Rush versus Bombers. Rush are leading 6-1 as we are now in the bottom of the fourth inning. A slew of changes for the Bombers that my partner Bray here, the color guy and official scorer, trying to figure out. And we'll get those to you as soon as we got them all figured out. Dalton Irwin's still on the mound, though, for the Bombers. And stepping up to the plate, it's going to be Sungmin Short. Backhand. Long throw. And the stretch at first, they got him. Nice play from the new defense for the Bombers. That was Chase Heiberger, I believe, out there at shortstop, making the throw. And the stretch from Quinn McCoy at first to get their man. So one away now. And up will step Blake Nelson.
And yes, that is correct. McCoy now at first, Heiberger at short. Nico Choa moved over to third.
That one misses outside. Ball one to Nelson. Dayton Anderson out at second. Austin Almany behind the dish now. This one hit hard and into left field for a base hit for Nelson. He's got himself another hit. Nice day at the plate. That one into left field.
Out to Kenny Booth out there in left, who's taken over.
That's going to bring up Jeremy Brown. He's over 2 with a couple of strikeouts in some big situations. You know, he's wanting to make up for it here by putting a hurting on the baseball. Big lefty will step in. And first to check on Nelson. He's back in safely, diving in at first. Looks like Gervais out there in right field. This one squibbed up the middle. At short, they got it. Flipped to second. Dropped it. Everybody's safe. The flip to Anderson there from Heiberger. Anderson couldn't handle it. as Nelson was breathing down on him, sliding in hard, and now there's 2 on and 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th. Stepping up now, it's going to be Marcus Burton, the center fielder. That one's low and outside, 1-0. Irwin checks the runners, now fires home. 1-0 pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. Daniel Vendel started this game at first base. Now looks like he's going to go out and start stretching in the bullpen for the Bombers. 1-1 pitch. That's up high. 2 balls, 1 strike.
So the changes now are Booth in left field, Redding in center, Gervais in right, Ochoa at third, Heiberger short, Anderson at second, McCoy at first.
That one's fouled out of play.
Almany behind the plate, and Irwin still on the mound.
That's what the PSCL is all about. Everybody needing to get some action in. Everybody's trying to get better out here and prove that they deserve the playing time that they want. Next pitch to Burton, outside. 2-2 now.
There might have been an error on Mr. Anderson at second base, but another grounder can give another chance.
And Burton rung up at the dish on a low strike call. He did not like that one. Bounced away from the plate. There's out number 2 here in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, a little low for his liking. That's going to put the Rush now in a little predicament with 2 outs and runners at first and second.
So 2 down, but 2 on. Sawyer Ewart, the third baseman, steps up to the dish. Trying to add some more insurance runs. Runner halfway down the third baseline. Spin and throw from Irwin. He's back in safely. He didn't catch that one in time. Nelson luckily able to get back in there. He could have been caught dead to rights.
Yeah, Irwin wrong side of the bag. Couldn't get Anderson to reach out in the nick of time. So Nelson easily back in.
First pitch into Ewart, in there for a strike.
Nice catch at the inside corner on that. He's got some pretty good movement on that fastball.
Check on Nelson again. He didn't even go sliding that time, and he's barely back in there safely. This one hit in the outfield by Ewart. That one going back. Diving attempt. That one's going to get down into the wall. 1 run in. Here comes another. Ewart around second. He's going to third. He's in standing with a bases clearing triple and showing a little silly down there at third base. He breaks this one open even more.
Well, you got to love that kind of swing out there. Just a little doink. Let the speed of the pitch come into it. Hits it deep into right center field. And Redding out there in center field now almost had it with the diving catch, but just a little too far out of his reach.
This one hit foul by Roscoe for an 0-1 count. A great effort out there by Redding in center field. He just couldn't quite come up with it. Had to go a long way and even laid out. Nice block there behind the dish. Makes it 1-1.
Good block by Almany, now taking over the catching spot. Making sure that another run does not go past for the Rush.
Swinging a foul tip handled by Almany. 1-2 now on David Orozco. With another run potentially 90 feet away. That's Ewart at third after his triple. 2 down here, bottom of the 4th. 1-2 pitch, check swing. Did he go? No, it's 2-2. Bombers coaching unhappy with that call. It's 2-2 on the catcher, David Orozco. Dalton Irwin with the 2-2 pitch. That one's low. It's full, 3-2.
And you've had, like I said, we've had some questionable calls all day. These guys are hot. Minds get heated along with the weather. It's not a fun picture.
This one fouled off. Orozco battling. Payoff pitch way inside. Orozco takes his walk. Makes it runners at the corners. Here comes the Bombers coach. That's going to be another call to the bullpen. And will come David Vendel trying to get the last out of this fourth inning. Rush lead it 8-1. They're looking to tack on more when we come back.
Like your bacon.
Say it.
Steady. Ultimate cheeseburger. Go!
Your bacon ultimate cheeseburger.
Hot.
Yes, we are.
We won't make it till you order it. Our best bacon ultimate cheeseburger ever. Now at Jack in the Box.
That's it. That's his house. Mr. Brad Haley?
Relax. Did I win something?
My sources tell me you've been calling Jack in the Box junk in the box.
So?
I take these things personally, Brad.
Get lost.
Sure, just try my food, apologize, and I'll go.
Beat it, clown!
Listen, punk! I've spent millions of dollars improving my kitchens to make our best burgers ever!
You're psycho!
Oh, yeah. Whoop 'em good, Jack.
Brad, you get to try my best burger ever, and all I want is your honest opinion.
Tasty.
Really? You're not just saying that because I'm kneeling on your spine?
No, I shouldn't have dissed your food, man. I'm sorry, Jack.
Well, I'm sorry about the grass stains.
Really?
No.
New on the mound for the Bombers. That's right-hander David Vendel. Started today's game. At first base for the Bombers. Now he's in to pitch. It's 8-1 rush. They got runners at the corners, but there's two down here in the bottom of the fourth inning. We're coming up on the time limit here within the next 10 to 15 minutes. It's the Bombers trying to get back to the bats for one more shot to come back. Looks like it'll be Kirk Felikian to greet David Vendel on the mound. We'll see what happens here, if Vendel can get out of it or if Felikian can tack on more for the rush.
So partial line for Irwin. Gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, 1 of them earned, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. Runners at first and third are his to acquire.
Vendel looks in, gets his sign, checks the runners, and comes set. First pitch to Flickian, runner goes. Ball inside, throw down. That one hops up off the second base bag, and Ewert comes in. That was a designed play from the rush. The Bombers had to get the out at second. If they didn't, the run was going to score. They didn't get the out, and so now it's a 9-1 rush. And now runner at second. 1-0 count on Felikian. That one's outside. 2-0. Swing and a miss at that one makes it 2-1.
A little bit of an unfortunate throw down to second as that doinked off the second base bag. Luckily, only 1 run was allowed, And runner at second stays at second.
2-1 pitch outside, 3 balls, 1 strike. Isaac Vargas on deck. Three-one pitch to Felikian in the dirt. He'll take his walk. And that will bring up Vargas. With a chance to add more here with 2 down, bottom of the 4th inning. 3 across already in the inning for the Rush. They lead it 9-1.
Grip with no batting gloves that you loved.
Vargas steps in to face off against Daniel Vendel. Out of College of the Desert is Vendel. First pitch. That one's in there for a strike. Oh, 1 low in the dirt, 1-1.
And Vendel just needs to recognize there's 2 outs now in the inning.
Lakari, the courtesy runner, leads off second. Felikian leads off first. 1-1 pitch in there. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good pitch there, catching that outside corner. See if Vendel can go back to that spot here and in the inning right here, right now.
1-2 pitch. Runners go. In there. Vargas rung up. They get it out of the inning, but the Rush add on 3 more. It's 9-1 as we head to the top of the 5th.
Oh, beautiful, far spacious skies, far amber waves of grain, America, sweet America.
Zach Reynolds here with you at top of the 5th inning now. Rush lead it 9-1 over the Bombers.
And we've just been informed by our analytics guy that we have roughly about 10 minutes left on the time limit. So Bombers are going to need to get going real quick.
Yeah, this could be their last opportunity here. It's Augie Cohen on the mound for the Rush now. He's coming on relief of Isaac Manow, who pitched 4 innings and only gave up 1 run, pitched out of a lot of jams, showed composure. First pitch swung on and missed by Kenny Booth. Strike 1 for Augie Cohen. Oh, 1 pitch. In there, 0-2 on the inside half for strike 2. Cohen ahead in the count here. 0-2 pitch from Cohen. Just outside, 1-2 now to Booth.
So full line now for Mana. He goes 4 complete innings, 5 strikeouts, 7 walks, 3 hits, and only 1 run allowed. Like I said, 7 walks though, but his defense helped him out a lot.
1-2 pitch. This one popped up. Going back on it is Guzman. He's called off. Burton comes in, dives, and he makes the catch. My goodness, Marcus Burton all the way from center field into right field, shallow right field, calls off Guzman, dives, dun-na-na, dun-na-na. That's a Sports Center top 10 type play right there.
Yeah, Guzman was trying to get underneath it, but Burton sprinting out from almost deep center field, making that diving catch, almost making it look easy. He's going to have some grass stains on his chest, but I don't think he minds that at all.
1 down now. First pitch to Almley. He chops it foul, 0-1. So Cohen with another 0-1 count over the Bombers. Austin Almley, the catcher at the plate out of Jefferson College. 0-1 offering. Up high, 1-1. One pitch in the dirt, way out in front of the plate. Almany head of the count, 2-1.
Definitely not anything Almany wants to swing at that. Waiting for his right pitch at the right time, but like we said, time limit's coming out. We might have to be swinging at something to get on the board.
2-1 pitch. This one swung on, hitting the center field. Shallow again. Guzman back. This time he does make the catch. 2 down.
Looked like Guzman was waiting to be called off on that one. He had to lunge his glove right back up to the air as quickly as he could.
Made a nice play out there. So there's 2 down now here in the top of the 5th. That'll bring up number 20, Dayton Anderson, second base. Uncommitted as of right now. Looking to show off his skill set for coaches around the country. That one he takes in the dirt for ball 1. One-zero pitch outside, 2-0.
Yeah, Cohen definitely keeping it low and outside. Doesn't mind a grounder to get out of this inning.
2-0 pitch coming to Dayton Anderson. Breaking ball in the dirt, 3-0. He's in the driver's seat. Quinn McCoy on deck.
Well, definitely he's going to have to give him something at this point just to let him try and swing or just to keep the at-bat going.
3-0 pitch coming from Augie Cohen. In there for a strike to Anderson. 3 balls, 1 strike. That one outside, and Anderson works his walk. Extends the inning to Quinn McCoy here with 2 down in the top of the 5th. Rush lead 9-1. Bombers trying to get something going and make a miraculous comeback. McCoy steps in, first baseman from Baldwin Wallace, big guy, 6'2", 200 pounds, passes the eye test. First pitch to him, he swings, hits this one hard down the right field line. This one's going deep, back, that one's off the wall. Anderson's already at third, he's going to be sent around to score. McCoy held up at second, throw home, not in time, now McCoy moves up to third. Quinn McCoy shows off the pop there with an RBI triple. Makes it 9-2. Gives the Bombers some momentum.
Yeah, an absolute beam out to the right field line. That's what they were looking for with those early swings. Just couldn't do too much. They wanted that kind of shot out to the deep right field. Slide in triple, RBI triple to be exact.
turned and burned on that one. Let's see if the Bombers can keep it going. That pitch misses outside for ball 1 to Tyler Marr. Another guy from Linfield University for this Bombers team. This one tapped out towards shortstop. Nelson has it, fires across, put away by Brown. And that'll end the top of the 5th, and that might do it with this time limit. I think that's going to be it. So with the time limit coming up here, the Rush win this one big over the Bombers 9-2. Great day on the mound from Isaac Manaw. And the Rush Bats did their job, took their walks, took their bases, and were able, with the Sawyer Ewart triple as well, to win this one 9-2. What a day for the Rush. What do you think about it, Bray?
Oh, man, it was a really good pitching performance by Manaw. He did give up a few more walks than what he really wanted to do, but with the backs of his defense behind him, being able to go 4 complete innings of play, saves the bullpen for later on in the week and only allowing 1 run at the time. That's some really good pitching by the young man, letting the defense do the work for you. That's what they're out here for, to get some reps, and so might as well get some hitting going. And just a bunch of good hitting, especially for the Rush, as they were able to take advantage of all the good hits and bad opportunities that the Bombers did unfortunately have, especially in that first inning. First inning, they did allow 4 errors, so defensive struggles for the Bombers led to a bad loss here for today's game.
Rush win this one 9-2 over the Bombers. Isaac Manaw with the win, and I believe it would be Whitfield Hayden with the loss. Rush win 9-2. They continue to play well here on the early going of the PSCL. Thanks for joining us all day for PSCL action. We'll be back tomorrow right here on the same YouTube channel. PSCL baseball action coming to you every day, multiple games, some great baseball. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. For Bray Faust and Zach Reynolds, we'll see you next time.